Hi, hockey fans. Welcome back to the Outpost Ice Arenas here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. At the end of one period, the Ice Wolves lead the Texas Roadrunners 2-1 here. And I'm joined by a very special guest, our Mayor of Albuquerque, Mayor Tim Keller. Mayor, thank you so much for spending some time with me.
Hey, it's great to be on, and wonderful night in the Duke City, especially right here at the home of the Ice Wolves up here in the Heights. And it's, I think people haven't been in a long time, or they've never been. You got to check it out. It's really high quality hockey, but it's also good family fun. We got the Lobos playing right in the other rink too. Yeah, so it's like a double header tonight for New Mexico.
Lobos Club Hockey playing on the other ice surface here at the Outpost. Mayor, you were talking when you were doing the puck drop there at center ice about being a lifelong New Mexican. I'm also a lifelong resident of Albuquerque as well. We've had a lot of hockey organizations come and go here, the Scorpions, the Renegades, but the Ice Wolves, are you amazed in the progress they've made in such a short amount of time and the following they've gathered here?
It really is extraordinary, and I think it's been a great combination. We've gotten these franchises in before, right? And we slot them into Tingley or something like that, but they're really not homegrown. This one really started grassroots, right? The Hubbard family and their investments in this facility, a facility where I used to skate, like as a middle schooler. We were just talking about this primo date night in middle school. It's like the mall and the ice rink and the hockey rink or in the roller rink. And so, but what they've done, now there's 2 rinks. There's a whole setup, professional ground floor of locker rooms and so forth. And then the player development. It's great to see teams from all over the country here, players from all over the country as well, but also room for New Mexicans. So almost each team, especially this team out here tonight, they've all got a handful of New Mexicans involved. And so it's also part of us. Like, it's our kids now playing a level of professional hockey. That's really special. You never really saw that, I think, in the past incarnations.
Yeah, we talk a lot here at the Outpost and with the Ice Wolves about player development and about how hockey is in a unique market here in Albuquerque. We always talk about hockey in the desert. Are you surprised it's exploded so much? The popularity seems to be growing by the day.
Initially I was. I remember when they told me to, there's like, oh, there's going to be a professional hockey team again. And I'd be like, well, the old hockey rink, I didn't really know they had expanded it and things like this, but it's credit. You got to run like an organization. So in many ways, it's not that it's a business about making money, but you've got to have a team, whether it's the broadcast team or the marketing team that makes this awesome apparel. You got to put that whole package together. And I think that's what they've built. They've built also that back office that's going to make it last. So I view, really strong trajectory for the Ice Wolves because it's homegrown.
So, Mayor, physical play, obviously, in this one. This is number 1 Ice Wolves versus number 2 seed in the Southern Division. What did you think of that first period?
Well, I got to say, the best part was about 30 seconds in, 64 comes out. I think it's Hubbard Jr. Oh, man, that set the tone. They got an early goal, I know, on them. But from that moment on, it was clear who was more physical. And also, I think the teamwork has been really impressive. They've got quick line changes for the Ice Wolves, and they're passing the puck well. And so I've been really impressed. And so it's only 2-1 now, but I feel like they outplayed them except for that first early goal.
And we talk a lot about sports. We obviously talk a lot about the Ice Wolves, but sports in general is growing here in the Duke City. You have the renovations here of the Outpost Ice Arenas. You have the United that are getting a new soccer stadium here in a couple of years. It's a great time, Mayor, to be a sports fan in Albuquerque.
It's true. A lot of other mayors that I meet, they'll talk about their professional sports teams. Of course, I'm always a little jealous, Kansas City mayor and all these guys, with their pro football teams. But I think what we have here that New Mexicans know and understand is, for our population size, we actually have a great sports town. And we have teams that have like a great family experience and also high quality play. And, it started with more or less the Dukes, but then now it's Isotopes, Ice Wolves. You look at the Gladiators, they won 2 championships. That'd be indoor football. And of course, we have the indoor soccer team. The Runners are doing much stronger work, I think, each year. There is supposed to be an indoor basketball team. I forget the level. It's a developmental team. The coach is actually Livingston. He was a Chicago Bull. Cliff Livingston, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
So more to come. But then, of course, the United. And I think, these are all things that give us ways our families can get together and also inspire the next generation of athletes for every sport year round. And the Ice Wolves have filled a wonderful gap in that. And so it's a great setup right now, great portfolio, if you will, of sports teams.
So, Mayor, what do you expect quickly to see in the second period?
Well, not being a hockey expert myself, I'm not going to pretend to have deep insight here. But I can tell a couple of things. I think there's a little deeper bench on the Ice Wolves side. So I expect them to continue to kind of grind on them a little bit. And also, I would expect to see, there was a little tension there at the end. Some, fisticuffs brewing. So I think there's a little frustration out there right now. We might see that sort of come to a head, but I think that benefits the Ice Wolves just because they've got, I think, a little better numbers, a little deeper bench.
We'll make a hockey fan out of you yet. Maybe hockey expert as well. Aaron, thank you so much for spending some time with me.
To watch. So for anyone who has not watched hockey, it's one of my favorites to see live or on TV.
It's a fantastic sport. We encourage everybody to come watch it. We'll have another interview on the other side of this break. You're watching New Mexico Ice Wolves Hockey.